You feel it within. A loving relationship, a divine relationship is on its way to you. Once you know you're ready for them and they are ready for you, you are finally ready for your soulmate. And a soulmate is someone that you connect with on a deeper level. A soulmate is literally exactly what it sounds like. It's in the word. It's a soul connection to another person. We all have souls within our body. It's all energetically. You can literally feel the pull that you have towards this person whenever y'all meet. It's an instant type of connection. It's a very deep connection. It can be even a very sacred connection. And you might be the type of person that have already had experiences with different relationships, so this type of connection is very easy for you to identify because it's nothing like any of the other ones that you have experienced in the past. And us as human beings are supposed to connect with other people, and you are ready for this type of romantic relationship with someone, and you're very deserving of that type of relationship, to have someone who will understand you on a deeper level, to have someone who will cater to you in a certain way, to have someone who will be there for you on a deeper level, in the same sense of how you would be there for yourself. And all that I mean by that is, if you're finally at the point where you know that you are craving a soulmate and a loving relationship, and that's what you are ready to experience, then you also already have this understanding that you give that to yourself already. You have such a strong bond with yourself, and you have such a strong relationship with yourself, to where you know that the soulmate relationship that you are desiring is already in your life. And the more aligned that you keep getting with the desires that you have, the more that you know, and you can confirm for yourself that that type of relationship is already here. It's just a matter of, it's gonna randomly happen. You won't be able to predict what store you can go to or what state you might go to. It's literally while you are in the present moment, and then you'll meet that person. You could literally meet that person tomorrow. You could meet that person 2 days from now. You know, you might meet the person 6 months from now, but it's randomly, you know. And something to make it a little bit easier, and to you should be at a point where something like this wouldn't even be something where it would constantly make you overthink and stress out about it. It's kind of just like a flow type of energy, where you know that this person is here also on earth with you. You know that this person is also looking for you as well. And so you allow things to unfold the way that they unfold, and that's how everything ends up happening, and you get the things that you desire. Something else that you have probably noticed is, whenever you are out and about and you are allowing yourself to be in the present moment, you have came across people, you know, you have met the opposite gender, and maybe there was some type of exchange that happened between you two, and even like a little bit of flirting that happened, and you know, you continue to go about your business, and maybe you two don't ever speak again. But like, what you'll notice is there'll be little interactions like this that start to occur, and even in your social life, like from like your friends, or like different people within your circle, you end up meeting, and not necessarily your friend being the soulmate. I'm saying more so you being in your personal life, and you're with your friends, or maybe not with your friends, but you're interacting with people, you're meeting new people, and you might start seeing examples of the type of partner that you know that your soulmate would be. That doesn't mean that that specific person is that person, but it's like these examples are starting to show up in your life where you're like, that's crazy. Like, that's more so the type of person that I can see myself with in a romantic sense and for a long-term relationship. And a lot of times whenever it even comes to this soulmate thing, and you're the type of person that is desiring that relationship, you know that this is a long-term relationship anyways. Once you discover if this individual is supposed to be a romantic interest or not, because soulmate doesn't always mean you have to be in a relationship with them. Sometimes it's a matter of just a soul connection, either in the past, you know what I mean, whatever you believe in as well with this. But if you understand what a soulmate is, then you understand what I'm saying. This was someone that you have met before, and you have made that type of connection. That's why it feels so different on the inside whenever you communicate with them. This is deeper than, oh my gosh, you guys have the same clothing style, or oh my gosh, you guys watch the same movies and have the same music interest, or you guys are both attractive. It's not skin, it's deeper than skin deep, you know. This is on a soul energetic level. This is the person that you know loves you unconditionally. You know that this is the person that genuinely understands you. You know that this is not a situation where there's any games being played, where there's any type of tactics being involved with this. This is a genuine soul connection. And this is something that you have been wanting for a very long time, especially because of the multiple experiences that you may have had with dating, and within this generation, how dating can be, you know, where a lot of people are going after each other for superficial reasons, and a lot of people don't know themselves, and they're getting into relationships with people, and there's a lot of trauma that ends up happening within those situations. There's a lot of toxicity that ends up occurring as well, and some people do perceive this as a game, you know. Some people find it fun to do this sort of thing. Some people think that it is enjoyable to see how much they can hurt another person. But just a quick note, a lot of times those people are also hurting on the inside, and this is not to make an excuse for their behavior or to say that it's okay or to say that it's right, but it's just really looking at things from a bigger picture and really coming to an understanding of what's really going on. A lot of times when people are so far gone, like so like just not connected with themselves, and just have not experienced a morsel of love, or even just people who are dealing with something internally. A lot of times those are the types of people that end up engaging in those types of activities, you know, and a lot of times it doesn't even have anything to do with you. You are craving your soulmate, the person that believes in you and sees your potential as a person, the person that also shares a lot of similar interest, a person that can also see your vision of the type of life that you want to experience, and this person is also interested in that same type of life. And what really has you feeling that feeling on the inside of your body is the fact of knowing that this person really is there for you on an unconditional level. They love themselves so much that of course they're gonna love someone like you. And it's the same for you. You love yourself so much that you have so much love to give, and that is the person that you want to experience that type of relationship with. You are finally ready to have that person that's going to be there to support you, to believe in you, to have that person that you can confide in, to have that person that you can talk to on a regular basis, and to experience what it's like to genuinely have somebody that loves you so deeply, that genuinely loves you so deeply, and so deeply to the point where it's like, it's similar to how you love yourself, but this is another person that feels that way about themselves, and y'all come together and you're just ready to experience that. And it makes perfect sense, like, because who would not want to experience that in this lifetime, you know, because everyone is not going to live forever, in a sense, not in this body, you know what I mean? And so to go through life and that be something you want to experience, that makes absolute perfect sense. So you shouldn't have any shame about wanting a soulmate and about wanting to experience a relationship like that. You see how many, I know that you've like met other people who have also felt that way about wanting to experience a deep relationship. That is a normal feeling for us all, and I always say that in the videos because just different things that I've seen, and it seems like sometimes people feel ashamed to admit that to themselves, to admit that out loud. And some people even go to the extent of they might actually meet their soulmate and they self-sabotage themselves out of it because either they don't believe that they deserve it, or it's some type of avoidant mindset where they might be afraid that that situation won't work out, and so they want to avoid having to experience that, where they have someone that they've always wanted, they have the relationship that they've always wanted to experience, and they finally get to have this type of loving, deep relationship with another person, this deep connection with another person. They finally met their soulmate, but they are afraid that the situation won't work out, that they might mess up the situation, or just afraid of losing that person overall because they know how long they've been waiting for something like that. And so to avoid having to experience what it's like to have what you've always wanted and then lose it, they avoid it at all costs. And that's also another sign that you need to do some more healing, because it should never be a thing of like where you're taking it that far still, where you're allowing your fears to dictate how you act and how you perform and how you react to certain things in this type of situation where, you know, past hurt or like the what ifs, you know, overtake you and end up allowing you to, or end up causing you to make decisions where you're not allowing yourself to live in the moment and be in the present moment, and to allow things into your life, and to have that understanding that you are deserving of this relationship, you are deserving of that, so allow it to be there, you know. And you should address with yourself, like, where is this avoidant and this like scared type of fear based decision and thoughts, like where's that coming from, so that you can heal that, so that you can allow the things that you deserve into your life. Before you are able to experience a true, genuine, divine love, you have to know what it would feel like to be in that. And what I mean by that is, there's some people that will experience relationships and will hop into any relationship based off of either superficial reasons or reasons that just aren't really, like things like you guys have the same favorite food or favorite color, or you guys have the same fashion sense, you know, things like that. Or maybe you guys like to watch some of the same shows or something like that, and someone might think that because of that, that is a reason, and that is how they know that this person is their soulmate. And a lot of times it's not, you know, but people kind of get attached to the soulmate title, and same thing with like the twin flame title and a lot of different titles. And this is not me saying that it's not a real thing. I do believe it is a real thing, and I know that it is a real thing, but people get attached to the title of that And, you know, obviously it's associated with love, you know, and just like I said before, a soulmate isn't necessarily always a romantic partner. It can be anybody, you know. It could be different types of connections that you make on a deeper level. You feel it within your body. There's a mosquito on my hand, deep down. But the thing is if you've never experienced what it's like to divinely love something, to deeply and genuinely love something, you know, it's going to be harder to identify if this situation is really that. Like, just think about the many, because you might have experienced this yourself, or maybe you know someone who has experienced what I'm about to say, where they're in a situation and say the situation is very verbally abusive or physically abusive or emotionally abusive, and somehow they're still claiming that situation to be their soulmate, and that's why they're staying within that situation. And, you know, that's not to say that they could not have ever deeply connected with this person, but people think that because, okay, this is a soulmate, that I have to be with this person romantically. And it's like that situation could have just been something to teach you something, like for you to learn about yourself and for you to understand that you deserve more and that you should never allow yourself to be in a situation like that, and to remove yourself from that and then leave, you know, not in a sense of like, okay, I have to stay here and I'm supposed to deal with this and I have to be there. But people also start to feel like they deserve certain things. Like, it's very important to have that clear understanding that you need to know what it is first. And that is why people say that to love someone else, you have to love yourself first. It is annoying. I know that it's annoying. It can be very annoying for someone to say, oh, well, you want a soulmate, or oh, you want a deep connection or a deep relationship? Well, love yourself first. Or you want a significant other? Love yourself first. Or you want your life partner now? Oh, okay, well, love yourself first. That can be very annoying to like keep having people like tell you that. But for the people that really understand and they're not just regurgitating things that they hear to another person, that's what it's for, so that you're able to recognize what genuine and real love and deep connections are actually, what it actually feels like and what it actually means. When you found yourself to be your soulmate in the sense of experiencing deep, real love, what it means to genuinely love yourself on a deeper level and to understand yourself, and you have that relationship with yourself, that is confirmation that a soulmate, if you want to call it that, a loving relationship, a divine relationship, is on its way to you. Once you know what it actually feels like, you'll be able to recognize that in your future relationships, to know if it's actually genuine love and real love. If you resonated with anything I spoke about in this video, consider liking, subscribing, and sharing so that this video reaches someone who may also need to hear this message. Thank you and bye.